Welcome to another episode of Gaming for Grandparents. I'm Echo Pearl, and this is Minecraft. If you enjoy this episode, please subscribe. So in today's episode, we're going to build a greenhouse. So the first thing we have to do is go outside. Second thing we're going to have to do is find the location of where we want to build this greenhouse. And I'm thinking I'm going to build it on the side of the house here. So let's see what I have to work with. I pretty much have a cliff right here. So I'm going to have to move it closer to the house. And I think I'll start right around here and terraform this land here and just get going with it. First thing we have to do is break all these blocks to get this ground to be level, clear out our inventory from our last project, and find our seeds for this project. Among them, I will need a hoe in order to plow the field to plant the seeds. Then I want to grab some wheat seeds, some cocoa beans apparently, some pumpkin seeds, melon seeds, beetroot seeds, and that's all on the seeds. I will do some berries there. Now I'm going to have to go to the food, grab some potatoes, carrots, and let's see, what else do I want? I think that's it. Oh, I need one more thing. I need a bucket of water because all these seeds need water. And now we can get back to breaking the blocks and leveling out this land. So I have a nice flat area to work with. And can't forget those stray blocks of grass. Have to hunt those down all the time. I always wonder if Endermen set those down. Because that's what Endermen like to do, is pick up grass blocks and then set them down anywhere, including inside my house. Alright, now I'm going to childproof this spot here, but I want to first get an idea of how large I want this farm to be, so I'm kind of just looking around, seeing how large I want this to be. These taller slices of grass will give you wheat seeds. However, the best way to get wheat seeds is if it's the tallest level of grass. This is the small and medium levels right here. But now I'm using the hoe to plow the field so I can plant the seeds. And you have to do this a little quickly because the ground doesn't stay plowed forever. And it will just resort back to what it was. So you have to go ahead and plow it and then go ahead and plant. And right now I'm planting wheat seeds, I believe. And wheat is used to feed the sheep and the cattle. So it's always best to have extra wheat planted, because you can turn it into bread, and I think also either cake or cookies. I can't remember which one. Or maybe both the cake and cookies use wheat seeds or wheat. But it's always best to do a couple of rows of wheat. But you also have to have water near these seeds so that they'll start growing, because all plants need water. Now I'm just kind of figuring out where do I want the water versus where do I want the seeds. And I'm going to continue with my wheat seeds here. And probably do 2 or 3 rows of them, just because we use them a lot. So I'm hoeing some more land, and now I'm going to put some beetroot seeds down and some sweet berries down. And I'm going to go back to plowing the field and coming up with what I want to do next. So I'm going to do potatoes and just do a bunch of potatoes. Now I've switched to carrots. and changed my mind about that and have put down some melon seeds, I believe. And I've got to add some more water. So instead of right clicking, I left clicked and I broke the grass block. So now I've got to get a grass block, put it back in that same spot so that I can plow that area. And of course I do it a second time where I break the grass block that I just put in. And I needed to left click instead of right click, but now this is where I decided I want the carrots. Carrots are what you would feed to the pigs to get them to mate, and also carrots are great for turning into golden carrots. When you turn them into golden carrots, then you will have a very excellent regen food for yourself. So even though you can eat bread and cake and cookies and meat, steak and carrots are the best for health of your character. So you can either do the beef, cooked beef that turns into steak, or you can do golden carrots if you want to be a vegetarian on rocks. So of course, now that I've got most of the plants that I wanted to be planted, now I'm going to look to see what else I was wanting to plant, and I'm looking for some bamboo and some sugar cane. So those are the two things that I want to plant, and now I've got to figure out where I want to put them. And I hit the wrong button there and almost left the game. So I'm thinking this will be a good spot for the sugarcane as well as the bamboo. They just grow a lot taller than the rest of the plants, so I'm going to separate them a little bit so that they don't create shadows over all my plants. Now I saw a video where sugarcane grows faster on sand than it does on grass, so I'm just going to go ahead and plant some grass down and then put the sugarcane on top of that. Now I have not done any experiments to know if sugarcane grows faster on sand or grass, but it makes it a little bit more unique, so I'm going with it. Then I'm just going to put the water in the middle of my little sand pit, and I'm creating an unlimited water source. And that's just if you keep filling the space with water, you'll create an unlimited water source. So that's our sugarcane planted. Now we'll switch to bamboo, and I don't think that needs anything special. It normally grows in the jungle. So I am just going to just plant it anywhere. And just have a nice little bamboo forest right here. And of course, I'm going to put water. I don't know that it does need water because it grows in the forest. But I'll go ahead and put a little bit of water. And of course, I fell into the hole of the water. So I was trying to clear out the grass. You can put water down to clear out that taller grass, so that's what I was doing there. Now I am looking for a couple of trees and a couple of apple trees specifically. So I grabbed some oak sapling here, and I'm just going to plant a few of these trees that when you cut them down, they will give you apples. And this pretty much finishes up the things that I want to plant. I may add a flower garden at a future date, but right now it's all about the fruits and vegetables. So now I'm trying to figure out the dimensions I want the greenhouse to be, and since it's called a greenhouse, I'm going to use green stained glass. And I want to make sure that I give myself plenty of room to be able to walk on the inside of this greenhouse and to be able to walk around it as well. I want to make sure that I have plenty of headroom in this as well. So I am going to go up about 4 blocks, I think, and that should be a good height. And again, I'm trying to make sure I at least have 1 row or 2 rows to walk around this little garden that I've got here. But I also want a door at the back of it, so I didn't put blocks down there. And then I can just keep building this up until I have a really good greenhouse. And I've decided to, mainly because I don't have room, I decided to not put a wall on this side. So this entire front side will be open with the exception of the blocks that I'm putting for the roof. I'm going to put a flat roof on this because I want to put lights on top of this roof for the plants to be able to grow. And it always cracks me up that when I get towards the end of a build, especially of a roof, I just will start going in a spiral and finishing it up by spiraling around that space. And I don't know why I do it. I don't know if any other Minecraft YouTubers do that or Minecraft players do that, where when it gets towards the end you just start going into a spiral. But anyway, that's how I do things. And just a couple of blocks more and we're done with the roof. Okay, so I am going to put some torches on the inside and just add that little bit extra light on the inside, but I'm thinking I'm still going to put lights up on top of the roof just to help make sure I have plenty of light to help these plants grow. So I'm just walking around, making sure I can walk around the crops so I'm not walking on them, because you will damage your crops if you jump on them, and then you'll have to replow them and then reseed them. I really don't like how close this is to the house, but it's good enough for now. I can change it later. Now I'm experimenting with the lights. I'm thinking I'm going to go with the brown lights, not the orange lights. Even though the orange will probably pop more, I think that these brown lights will work better with the house as far as color is concerned. And I think that's good enough for the greenhouse. I've got plenty of light now. I'm just checking out the trees. Some of the trees have grown. So those, if we chopped them down, we could get a couple of apples. The bamboo is growing. The sugar cane's not growing much. And now I'm thinking I really should do something about this hole, because if nothing else, I'm going to fall into it. So I'm going to drop some of sand into this hole, and I realize, oh, it's falling a great distance, but sand and gravel will fall if you place them over a hole. So all I'm doing is just filling up the hole by dropping this sand down. So that one spot is now full of sand, so I can't fall any further there. And of course I need to go ahead and finish the hole there. Go ahead and drop this sand down and just keep dropping sand down until I have this completely filled up. And I'm thinking that's not great. I may want to switch to grass because that sand is kind of, it's one thing to use the sand to fill up the hole, but on the top it really should be just the grass block. So now I'm just using grass blocks to do a surface fill. Mobs will actually spawn underneath this surface fill that I'm doing. That's one of the reasons why I was doing the sand, but that's actually a whole cave down there, and I'm not going to fill in that cave. So mobs will be able to spawn down there, and that's just how it is. I will just go ahead and do some of this terraforming to get a bunch of it, at least on the surface, filled in so I'm not falling into it. Um, and that's all I'm doing here. Just adding a little bit more grass blocks around the area so that, the area looks somewhat nice, where it's a nice looking yard and lawn. And this is just all a part of anything you do outside. You will want to just make it kind of look nice, make it look even and level. And it's just a case of just terraforming the land. I used that anvil a while back to enchant some of my armor. That was before I had my house built. So now I'm going to go back over here to the greenhouse because I want to experiment a little bit with the lighting. I do think that those lights are providing pretty good lighting, but I would like to see what the orange blocks will look like and if they'll provide better lighting. Yeah, I don't think the orange light is making that much of a difference, so I'm just going to stay with the brown lights. They're a little bit more subtle than that orange light was, but I am going to move the lights a little bit more apart so we're a little bit more even. And of course it's nighttime, so all the mobs are out. And that includes the hostile mobs. But I feel like I'm still needing to do at least one more thing here. And all of the bamboo has grown. So I'm thinking it needs a panda bear. At least one. So it's time to go back into the inventory and look for our eggs for the panda bear. And you can spawn different animals. And in this case, I just found the egg for the panda bear. So I am going to just throw the egg on the ground and it will produce a panda. Just like that. And there we have a panda. But, we have to have two pandas, right? Oh, lordy, look at that. We have the flipping panda. That is too cute. Now I'm just throwing some more bamboo down. Because now that I have a flipping panda, I kind of want to try and prevent them from flipping down this hill. Because that scares me that he's a flipper that's going to just flip right down this hill. Silly boy that he is. Now, you will find bamboo forests in Minecraft that are already pre-populated, and that's where you will find pandas that are already spawned in. Now, he keeps following me because I'm holding the bamboo bush, and they eat bamboo, so it's a way to lure animals. So if you wanted to capture a panda, you would just get some bamboo and just have him follow you. Or you could get a lead and drag him. Or put him in a boat and boat him across an ocean. There's different ways to move different mobs, and it's all up to you as how you want to move them. But they both see the bamboo in my hand, so now I've switched, so now they don't care about me anymore. But I'm thinking this is good enough for our greenhouse, our bamboo. I think our pandas like it. We have our sugar cane, and he just went down the hill. Oh lordy. Um, anyway, sugar cane can be used to make paper. Once you have paper, then you can make bookcases or you can make fireworks. And TNT, I think. No, TNT doesn't need paper. Fireworks does though. And that crazy panda flipped all the way down to the water. Silly thing. Ugh, lordy. He'll probably be able to get out of the water and get back up here. But in the meantime, I'll just create another panda up here. I'll probably build a zoo at some point in time. And I don't know if I'm going to put any type of a door on that greenhouse. But I think I'm done for today. And I thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe. And it really helps my channel out if you'll leave a like. And I'd love to hear from you, so please leave a comment. Thanks for watching Gaming with Grandparents.